Hi, welcome back to Black Magic Craft. This project is off to a real stinker of a start. I was pumped to print out this really sick looking Baphomet figure from Archvillain. Printed his torso and head, looked awesome. Printed the wings and the body, and I had some really strange failures. I figured, must have been something with the slicing or orientation, or maybe my USB stick being weird. So I printed again, and this time around, those failures, wow, they were really prevalent through the whole thing. This is not a simple failure of my slicing, my software, the model, or anything like that. This failure is caused by something much worse. So this is my printer that I've been using for the last little while. It's an Anycubic Mono X. Can you see this line? That line corresponds with these weird printing artifacts, and that is a crack in the LCD screen. At one point, when the build plate went down, it must have put too much pressure on this somehow. Maybe I had it leveled too tight. Maybe there was a piece of debris or something that pushed on it. Needless to say, this screen is now cracked. So that means that light was bleeding through this hairline crack, causing this really thin bit of resin to expose and print. The good news is that you can replace these screens. I can't deal with that at the moment, but I do need to deal with this. And I'm not one to give up. I'm gonna make something out of this. This is just perfect to add to my Idols of Torment set. And despite these big failures, where there's a big gap in his leg, parts missing, I can bash this together, turn it into a damaged statue. This bottom piece has one leg. This one has no legs. Having no legs is actually cool. He's got these kind of cloth robes. Having him float on that, that's cool. The wings look like they turned out pretty decently. Problem is they both failed in the exact same way. A chunk missing right at the tips. The rest all looks fine. The one thing I'm not loving is this big staff. I really like this portion right here, so let's just, there. Whew! Ow! That, I cannot believe the power that chunk of resin flew off with. Oh, the teeth on this are amazing. You know, yeah, prints might fail, printers might break, but seeing these detailed tiny little teeth really amazes me what printers can do. There's a weird error here that I don't really like how it looks, and I think it would be okay to break some more of this off. I'd rather have broken parts of the sculpt and missing parts than things that look like obvious print errors. Now for the wings, they unfortunately have errors in the same spots, but I'm gonna break it differently on each of them. All right. These broken feathers are awesome, and I'm gonna save them for debris, make this area here where there's the print failure a little bit more jagged, so it doesn't look like a smooth print failure, but looks more like broken stone. Now it just needs something cool to stand on, and I have to determine the footprint of this terrain piece. What kind of shape is it standing on? I cut it into layers because that will allow me to do something like this. And that's an easy way to make this a little bit more interesting looking. It's pretty cool, although if I were to do something, does this work? Yes. turning this into a set of kind of spiral stairs would be really sweet. That's cool. This is the amazing, most wonderful point in a project when you go from, okay, I'm building something, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet, to heck yes, this is awesome and this is what I'm building. I'm so happy to be building stuff in this world again. And for the last several weeks, I've spent basically all of my personal time developing our game, IDOLS of Torment. So it feels awesome to be actually building some more stuff for it. I made sure I spaced these out enough that 1-inch mini bases could be placed on the steps, and I added the iconic pillars. This layout here, this assembly, was very fragile, very flimsy. There's gonna be a very big object on top of it, but now it's nice and secure. When I did the first 3 videos of the Torment terrain, I never really defined the world. It was a kind of hellish landscape, my personal vision of hell. Now that we're developing the game and the lore and working with concept artists, it's really coming together in a defined way. This world is neither heaven nor hell. It is the remnants of both. For reasons that will be explained in the book, these two man-made creations of heaven and hell collapsed in on themselves into this set of ruins that is now a barren landscape afterlife. So that's why there's a weird mix of angelic and demonic and holy and unholy iconography. And this guy is gonna be perfect to represent some ruins from the former hell. Today's video is sponsored by my friends Archvillain Games, and this month they're back with another entry to their Tome of Demons. Volume 2 is full of badass metal as hell underworld baddies. These models, as usual, are hyper detailed, and the set comes with loads of large size models. Some are huge, like the absolutely glorious ORCUS model. All of these can be printed at home on your resin printer, and the set can be had for the wicked low price of $10. That's nuts. This many crazy good models for $10? It's absurd. They all come pre-supported and are really easy to print. Yeah, this week I might have broke my printer, but that's the fault of the printer, or well, maybe me. The files themselves are easy to work with and always come out great, apparently even if they fail. Now, if you want to grab this set, and I think that you do, you'll need to join their Patreon and do it quick because this video is dropping near the end of the month and there's probably only a day or 2 left to sign up before they roll over into the next theme. Of course, the next theme is going to be awesome too, but come on, you don't want to miss out on this awesome demonic set. I'll put a link in the description so you can jump over and sign up for yourself. And this is the Geek Gaming modeling compound, which is very similar to Sculptamold, but dries faster. So I'm not in a rush, but I definitely can't dilly-dally too much. Now just let this dry and hope it doesn't warp. It shouldn't though, because it's a circle. Ugh. I always get worried when I say something's not gonna warp. I don't want to jinx it. Ugh. Can somebody turn my cameras off for me? got this new piece, primed, zenithal, highlighted, and ready for some ink. And when I did the original set, I put a lot of consideration and effort into a paint scheme that was fairly simple and replicable. Part of me kind of wants to do this one slightly differently, but I still want it to feel at home in this set. Now, this world is fairly monochromatic, so it's still gonna stay that way. I'm kind of tempted to avoid these browns and metallics. I want something a little bit different. I kind of really love this piece I made, and I sort of want to bring some of this marble. I just feel like this Baphomet statue done in a kind of marble would look extra kind of epic and creepy. I'm just in general tempted to switch to more of a bluish undertone with the same dry brushing highlights as the other ones, probably with some of the same brown filter on the base to blend it all together. So I can always change it if I don't like it. I like the way this turned out. The turquoise with the umber, made a nice kind of greeny color. I definitely think having this statue be white is gonna make for a really cool contrast. Good. Okay, keeping this one here just so I have something to reference. Okay, let's start on the back in case this color looks wrong. This might be too beigey, actually. Let's try this fog gray. Oh, I just love the way those bricks look. Yeah, that's nice. I like this. These look similar enough that they can exist in the same world on the same table. There's a few little details I want to paint out with a smaller brush. This little wood tablet with a book and a candle, and this gold here. I think I should maybe just dry brush with some gold, and then I can move on to some oil washes. Yeah, that little bit of gold is nice. Yeah, I'm into that. I just laid out some black and some yellow ochre, and I'm hoping I can get a kind of interesting color to shade this. Oh yeah, I also painted a couple details on this guy gold because I just thought it looked really opulent and interesting. I love the combination of gold and white, especially when it's juxtaposed on such an evil character. Just see how this looks. It's gonna be very, very green. I'm gonna mix some that's actually just black. Let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna use a combination. I really like mixing oil washes right on the piece. All right, you stand up and drip and dry. And now we wait. Yeah, this is gonna be sick. This is cool. This looks really cool. How the hell am I gonna attach it though? There's not huge surface areas. Not really a great way to pin it because every flat area on the model that's touching the base is quite thin. And this is just foam, which is also kind of thin. So pinning it, sort of pointless. All right. So we got 3 flat contact points here. Don't want to do too much or it's going to squeeze out everywhere and look not good. I only get one shot at the position or it's smearing everywhere. So right there. Okay. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I think it worked out. Let's grab some chalk pastels. Go to town. Just scrape off the dust and there, you have pigment powder. Go wild and mix as you go. Don't really need a lot of this all over the piece. It's mostly just to hide this. I think she's done. I am absolutely stoked with how this turned out. It's really cool and I love it. Even better is that tonight we are playtesting IDOLS of Torment and I'm gonna use this. Super exciting. If you're sitting there wondering what is this IDOLS of Torment game I keep talking about, check out idolsoftorment.com. It's cool. It's cool. I promise. Of course, if you want to help support this channel and help me keep making videos like this, there's 2 awesome ways you can do that. One is by doing your hobby shopping through blackmagicraft.ca. There I have an essential equipment page where I explain and link to all of the stuff that I use regularly, or you can join the Black Magic Craft Patreon. I'd love to have you as the newest member of the Black Magic Craft Fellowship. That's it for this one. See you next video.